What's going on, folks? Wrap up video, winter mods. Winter is almost over. I am pumped up. So, taking a minute, we'll go over what we've done over the course of the winter. I'll try to remember as much as I can. So, we're going to start in the back, and we are going to get all up under. So, in the rear suspension. So, adjustable tow arms we saw before. Also added, not sure if you're going to be able to see it. That's a lockout plate, so it gets rid of the eccentric. So you don't have to worry about your toe shifting with the eccentric turning under load. It just locks that out. So now the toe is adjusted entirely with the arm, that's a good deal. GT3 cup sway bar and the end links off of it. The cup upper arms, you see they're monoball bushings in there. The Olins with the up spring rate Swift springs. I think this setup is going to be pretty gnar. I'm excited. We'll see how tough it is on the road with all of this solid shit back here. Skid plate is back on. We know about what an ugly gearbox, but it's got that OS Geiken diff in it, so we'll see. I'm super excited about that. It's got filled with fluid, Porsche factory transmission fluid. Come around to the other side, and we've got our setup for our sensors. So let's just make sure you can see that. All right, so this setup took a little bit to get working, but I think if you're interested in adding aftermarket oil pressure and or oil temperature sensors, this is a pretty legit way to go about it if you're willing to fidutz a bit. So up at the top, we've got the LN spin-on adapter that I've been running, all along. Then I've got this eBay adapter plate thing, and that gives us our N1/8 NPT ports. So that's what the sensors from AIM are: oil temp and oil pressure. It's got 4 of them. 2 of them have these block offs in it. Run our sensors in the other 2. And then our filter, just the Napa 1042 I've been running all along in the bottom. So I think this setup is pretty legit. We'll see when I actually run it how the sensors react in this location. I think they should be fine, but you just don't know until you know. And I haven't run the car since they've been in, so still about a week away on taking her out in anger. All right, so that's about it for the rear. Front suspension, Swift springs, like we talked about, that elephant top mounts, and then we also added elephant lower control arms. So we've got all the camber adjustability we can need. So we can adjust camber up at the top mount, adjust camber down at the lower control arm. We'll give the folks that are going to set up my suspension multiple tools to be able to get it dialed in just the way we need. Also got the tires we're going to be running for the season. These are Nitto NTO1, 245/40 in the front and 305/35 in the rear. So sticky. And we'll get those thrown on as soon as we're able to take the car for a quick test drive and make sure that all the stuff we did to get rid of the rubbing is actually gone. One thing that you're not going to see, and I'm not going to show you, is we also went and deleted the air conditioning. So there's no more AC compressor back there. All the lines, condenser, all that shit is out. So that saved a bunch of weight and got rid of some complexity. So I rent all last season and didn't turn the AC on once. Poking our head on the inside. A lot of this we have seen, but just quick. Made a door panel I don't love it. I took the door panel off because I was like, I'm going to make something that's going to look great. And then I got busy with all sorts of other shit, and the door panel like was hanging over my head. So this is what I got made. I don't love it, but we'll have to give ourselves some time to figure out something better. It's workable at the moment. It opens and closes and all that shit, and I won't cut my arm up on the door frame. We've got the aim, the radio delete with my switches and horn button. And then this is pretty cool in the back. You can see that knob right there. That is the adjuster for the Öhlins. So I added that because it was such a pain in the ass to try to adjust the dampening on the top of the shock mount with the cage and the seats in. It was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna stick with what I got. So now I can actually mess with that a little bit more, and where we're mounted, I can actually reach it from outside the car just with one hand. So that is a big improvement. So that is, let's see, did I forget anything? Because I've shot this once before and I forgot like half of the shit that I did. I think that is about it. I'm super excited to see how the car drives. There's a lot of changes. You know, the suspension is way different than it was last season. I'm going to be running big sticky RCOM tires and all the aim data. So it should be a pretty exciting start to the year. Hopefully, so in the next 2 weeks or so, car's got to go, get aligned, get on the scales, get corner balanced. We'll see. I'm really hoping it comes in around in the 28 something, 28.99 or less, and I would be happy. We still have some avenues to go to reduce weight. It's just a money thing. So it's, you know, if we're at 28.99 or less, I'll be happy for this year. So that's it for now. Hopefully you guys liked the video and are psyched about the car and all the changes. I am super pumped up. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you want to see what it actually does, and we'll talk to you again soon.